Welcome. This video is a gentle yoga series designed to help build core strength in those with spinal vulnerabilities. So the work today will be gentle and subtle. We'll also be looking to use a lot of props. We want to make sure in working with ourselves with spinal vulnerabilities that first and foremost, we preserve the alignment of the spine. And to make sure we're fully supported in the pose to avoid any strain on our muscles and allow any of those supporting muscles to fully relax. So I encourage you to gather your props, grab a block, a blanket, pillows, straps, have all your props close by. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's go and find our mountain pose here. Let's just begin with some big, deep breaths here, just bringing ourselves here, grounding ourselves here in this moment. One more nice, big, deep breath here. And let's begin our practice with some big shoulder rolls, but exaggerating those shoulders. Focus on taking those shoulders through your own range of motion. And one more big shoulder roll, but drop those shoulders down. Come here, let's go take our arms wide, take a big breath in here, go squeeze those shoulder blades. Come here, go to round our backs, tuck our chin. Good, inhale, open wide, squeeze those shoulder blades. Round the back. Good, follow your breath, inhaling open, exhaling, rounding. So as a reminder, your breath might be faster or slower than mine. What's most important is you find your own breath, follow your own rhythm. And last one, let's go ahead and meet with those arms extended behind yourself. And let's go and release those shoulders and a big shoulder roll here. Come here, let's take a big inhale. I'm just going to swan dive it down to a forward fold. Make sure you have the block close by. You're going to have those hands on the block. Those hands are on the block. Those hands are supported here on your quads. And just go to release that head and neck. Remembering our exhale. So moving our hands to our posture here. Go tuck our tail and roll it up halfway for our standing cat. Good, exhale, flat back down. Roll up halfway, tuck that chin. Exhale, flat back down. One more time, roll it up halfway. Exhale, flat back down for that cow. Here we go, tuck our tail, and from here, go roll it all the way up one vertebrae at a time. When you come to the top, big shoulder roll. Go and shake those shoulders out. Go and find those feet on the ground. Get that solid mountain pose here. We're just going to drop our chins to our chest. Feel that stretch originating from the base of the shoulders, running all the way through that neck. Good, chin to the sky. Again, chin to chest. Chin to the sky. One more time, dropping that chin to the chest. Chin to the sky. And bringing our head back to that neutral place. From here, just go drop one ear off to one shoulder. Go tuck our chin, roll our ear to the other side. Go feel that stretch, that lateral side. Tuck that chin, roll the ear to the other shoulder. Tuck our chin, roll our ear back to the other side. One more time each side. Tuck the chin, roll the ear to the other side. Feel that stretch. Tuck the chin, roll the ear to the other side. Hold it here, breathe into that lateral side of that neck. And bring our head back to that neutral place. So we'll do a little bit of activation and release work here. So what we'll do is we'll drop one ear off one shoulder. We'll activate those muscles here. And release it, drop the ear to the other side. Feel that stretch through that side you just activated. Bring your head back neutral. Good, activate, pulling the ear to the shoulder. And release, drop the ear to the other side. Last time, bring the head back neutral, drop the ear off the side, activate those muscles, pulling that ear toward that shoulder. Again, no force, all gentle, subtle work. Bring the head up and release off the other side. And come back. Let's go ahead and work this other side now. Again, coming back to that activate, release work here. So here, drop the ear off the shoulder, activate those muscles here. Come back center. Release off the other side. Come back center. Good. Activate those muscles. Pull that ear toward that shoulder. And release. One more time. Bring the head back up to neutral. Activate those muscles. Pull that ear down toward that shoulder. And release. Bring the ear to the other side. Let's go bring our head back, that neutral place. Go big shoulder roll here. Again, take those arms wide, big breath in. Let's have a few more standing cat-cows here. Round the back, tuck the chin. Inhaling wide. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. Let's go ahead and do 3 more breaths here. And let's meet with those arms extended behind ourselves here. Release those arms, big shoulder roll here. From here, just go step our feet wide from here and take a big inhale. Let's hinge those hips, swoop it down, sunflowers here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And just continue with these sunflowers here. And 2 more big sunflowers. We'll meet with those hands back in the heart center. And just go ahead and take a moment here. So from here, let's go take a big inhale. Let's go swan dive it down to a straddle. Go grab our block to bring our floor up to meet ourselves so we can release those supporting neck muscles. Good, exhale out, allowing that head and neck to dangle. And then moving our hands to our quads from here, let's go tuck our tailbone and go roll it all the way up. Let's go step our feet together here, find our mountain pose. Go push your block off to the side here, mountain pose. So go ahead and check in with your alignment. Feet are firmly on the ground. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Now from here, just go gently twist to the waist here. All right, here's a little Toby. So just a gentle twist here. And let's begin to push across your body, just deepening that twist a little bit more. Again, everything is gentle, everything is subtle. Let's begin to move our hands up across our body. And reaching up toward the sky here, as if you're reaching for those stars. If you want, envision that you're reaching to those stars. Grabbing and pulling them down toward yourself. And let's begin to move our hands down across our body, pushing our hands across, moving our hands down. And eventually pushing those hands down toward the ground. And from here, take a big inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, press those hands down toward the ground. And releasing our hands down by our side. Go ahead and find our mountain pose here. So here in our mountain pose, we're going to do a little bit of subtle work here, where we'll be activating those glutes and lateral leg muscles here. So here in our mountain pose with feet, weight evenly distributed between our feet, let's go ahead and lift our arches, curling those feet out so the weight is on the outside of our feet. And release. Good. Inhale, lift those arches. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lifting those arches. Exhale, and release. One more time, focusing on that core. Go to lift those arches. And release. So go take a moment here, feet flat on the ground, go spread those toes. Find our solid mountain pose one more time. From here, let's go ahead and squeeze our glutes in here. Go squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Go ahead, inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Again, squeeze those glutes. Go ahead, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Go ahead, one more time. Let's go ahead and squeeze those glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. And release. And And go ahead, shake it on out here. Loosen up those shoulders, roll those shoulders back. Let's go ahead and come back, find our mountain pose. So we're going to do some standing core work here. It's going to involve some balancing work. So again, always want to make sure you're fully supported. You can stand right here in the middle of your mat without any support. You can walk over to a piece of wall, have your wall. You can have your back against the wall. You can also bring in a chair to use that chair for support. So finding our mountain pose here, the abs pulled in. Slight bend in those knees to engage that entire core here. So as abs pulled in, from here, go shift your weight over to one side. So all our weight is in one leg. Go ahead, holding it here. And now just take a moment here to scan your body and find what muscles are activated, what muscles are working, what muscles are feeling weak, what muscles need shoring up, and some extra support. And let's go ahead and release and come back, both feet on the ground. Go to wiggle those toes a little bit. If you need to, release those shoulders. So here we're going to move that other side. Go ahead and shift your weight over to that other side. So making sure there's a slight bend in that knee to engage that entire core. Holding it here. And let's go ahead and come back to center here. So again, I'm going to shake it out. We finished that series. So go ahead and loosen on up. Come back, find our mountain pose. So now we're going to do some outer and inner leg work here. And it's going to, again, challenge our balancing here. So again, if you want that piece of wall, because what's most important is we want to make sure we keep our spine in alignment, we keep a nice tall posture. So taking a moment here to set ourselves up again. Slight bend those knees, pull those abs in. Go shift our weight over to one side. Now we just completed this, and if this is as far as you feel comfortable, stay right here. Everything we're doing is a progression. So you can hold here is option 1. Option 2 is that toe out to the side. Again, you can have that piece of wall here. Now option 3 is to add that movement. So what we'll do is squeeze that leg across, come back, squeeze that leg across, come back. And again, squeeze and come back. And our focus here is keep those shoulders stable, head stable. And if you're curious, you can grab a book or a block, placing it on your head. Continue with this adduction. Woo-hoo. This is not the best book. It's not the best book. Squeeze and release. Just continue squeezing and releasing. And last one, let's go ahead and hold it across. Let's go ahead and bend that leg across, that balancing leg, for a figure 4. Go ahead, sit it down. And remember, this is option 2. So here we're stretching out that outer hip here. And good. Stand up, release that foot. Good. Shake it out. Shake out those shoulders. Those shoulders do a lot to hold ourselves up. Big shoulder roll. Let's go and move that other side here. Soften those knees, abs pulled in. Shift our weight over to the other side. Go ahead, grab that support. I would encourage you to support yourself, support yourself. And only until you feel confident to progress to no support. So remembering our options here, this is option 1. Option 2 is to point out toe out to the side. Option 3 is to add that movement, squeezing across, come back, squeeze across, come back. Again, making sure that balancing leg got a slight bend in that knee, otherwise that balancing leg is going to want to go with that leg coming across. So focus on a strong balancing leg there. Focusing on those shoulders, head and neck, keeping those all stable. And again, if you want, find that block. Let's go and do 2 more here. Go sweep and hold. And let's go and bend that leg placed across that balancing leg. Find that figure 4. And if you want, go sit it down. Again, remembering our support. And good, release that figure 4, straighten it out. Good, shake it on out. Good, just finish that adductor series, taking that leg across the body. So shake it out, find our mountain pose again one more time. This time we're gonna move to our abductors, taking that leg away from our body. So again, finding that piece of wall, support yourself here. Find that mountain pose, abs are pulled in. Slight bend in those knees and shift your weight over to that one side. So remember option 1 right here. Option 2 is you can bring that toe across here. Option 3, swing that leg across and back. Take it out and back, focusing on that abduction away from the body, come back. Away from the body, come back. Away from the body, come back. Just continue with these abductions here. Those abs are pulled in. The motion is coming from that lower ab here, moving that leg in and out. Nice and controlled. And last one, let's go ahead and hold it out to the side, holding it here. Feeling that core, that balancing leg. And let's go ahead and release that foot. Take that foot, cross that ankle to ankle here. And just go ahead and squeeze those glutes. And go ahead, release those feet, come back, mountain pose, kick it out, shake it out. All right, got to work that other side. So I'm going to scoot along over here to my next piece of wall here, setting ourselves up, slight bend on those knees, abs pulled in. Shift our weight over to one side. This is option 1. Option 2 is that toe across the body. Option 3 is to add that movement. Swing that leg out, come back, out, come back. Those abs are pulled in. That bouncing leg is engaged here. Feel that power in that bouncing leg. And being mindful to keep that leg strong so it doesn't follow that abduction and adduction of that leg here. So shoulders are down. And last one, let's go ahead and hold that leg out, hold it here. Feel that strength in that bouncing leg. And let's go take that leg across, ankle to ankle. And just go ahead and stretch out here. And releasing that foot, let's go ahead and come back, mountain pose. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back from here. Take a big inhale up. From here, let's go swan dive it down, forward fold. Go ahead and hold that block here in front of ourselves. Our hands here in the quads. Again, fully supporting ourselves here. Using this forward fold here to reset ourselves. And moving our hands to our quads from here. Tuck our tailbone, go and roll it all the way up. Let's go ahead and come back to our sunflowers here. Step it wide, inhale up, hinge those hips, swoop it down, sunflowers. Go ahead and enjoy this flow. Enjoy this movement, making it as big and as fluid as you can. Following your breath. And two more big sunflowers here. And your last sunflower, let's go ahead and hinge at the hips, come down to a wide-legged stance, go to hold it here. Release that head and neck. And making sure you're fully supported here with hands either on a block or on your quads. Go ahead and release that head and neck. If you want, go ahead, gently shake your head no, nice and gently. And then moving our hands to our quads from here, tuck our tailbone, go and roll it all the way up. Let's go ahead and open up to a 5-point star, big breath in here. And let's go ahead and release those hands, step it back the center of our mat here. We're gonna take a big inhale, let's go to swan dive it down to a forward fold. I'm gonna shift my view to a lateral view, go place your hands on the mat. Let's step our feet back, bend the knees, come down to all fours. So with the wrists stacked underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips, let's go ahead and move through a few cat-cows. Go ahead, arch our back, tuck that chin, flex it to a cow. And just go ahead and move between this cat and cow here. And go ahead and finish where you're at. We'll meet back in tabletop pose. From here, let's go ahead and sit ourselves back, find ourselves in child's pose, and grab your block here. And as you're resting here in mountain pose, or child's pose, excuse me, go and place your forehead here on the mat. This is going to hopefully bring our neck into a place where it's a neutral place. And again, we can release any tension out of those head, neck, and shoulder muscles here by supporting that forehead here. And now lifting your head up to all fours here. Let's go ahead and push our block to the side, and from here, shift our weight around. Go and sit it down here and shift our weight forward, bringing both feet in front of ourselves. And let's just go and drape our torso between our knees here, chin to chest. And from here, lifting our head up off the mat, let's go ahead and have our hands underneath our knees. Let's go to roll ourselves all the way down here. Go take a nice big deep breath here. And exhale out. And so here, we're going to begin to move into a pelvic stabilizing series here. So as we're here, just go ahead and tilt that pelvic up and down. Just neutralizing that low back here. And now coming back to that neutral spine here. Let's go ahead and place our hands here on the tips of our pelvis here. These are the ASIS here. And so these are the bony parts of your hips, kind of our front headlights of those hips. From here, let's go ahead and suck those abs in and go to lift your knee up and down, alternating sides and down. So lifting only as high as you can to avoid moving those ASIS. So this movement is not a big movement. The focus here is using that lower ab here to lift that knee up off the ground. Keeping that ASIS stable. And so continue here. We'll do 10 each side. Let's do one more each foot. And go and release it here. Go to couple pelvic tilts here. Remembering our exhale. So from here, let's go ahead and walk our heels out, point our toes in as if we're pigeon-toed here. And just go ahead and release that low back here, a couple more pelvic tilts. So from here, let's go and squeeze our glutes and lift our hips up into a bridge, keeping those knees together. And release it down. Keeping that pigeon-toe stance. Squeeze those glutes, lift those hips, squeeze those knees together. And release. Good. Squeeze and lift. And release. Let's go and do two more. Squeeze and lift. And release. Last one, squeeze and lift. And release. Go ahead and release those feet here. Go to a couple pelvic tilts. And go tick-tock those knees from side to side. And good, coming back to center here. Just go and take a moment here to breathe and relax. Allow your body to settle into that mat. And now just allowing yourself to find your own natural rhythm with your breath. Now just taking these next few moments to just breathe and be. So from here, go and take a nice big deep breath. Bring yourself back to your conscious awareness. From here, gently rolling over onto your side. Good, find that sleeping baby pose here. So go take a moment here to allow your blood pressure to equalize. And now with one hand either shoulder, begin to gently push yourself up Just finding yourself back, easy seated position here. Take a moment to release those shoulders, release that head and neck. And from here, just go take our arms, circle sweep those arms overhead, stretch it tall. And from your exhale, release those hands to the heart center. And namaste.